Hi all. Thank you for helping us. Links can be found in the description of this video. Dear viewer, please give this video your royal like. Your like is really needed to spread the channel GURU.Markets. Now we will consider the main fundamental indicators of the company Charles Schwab Corp, ticker SCHW. This review was created on the basis of data as of July 8, 2024. By classification GURU.Markets company Charles Schwab Corp belongs to the subcategory Bank Broker. 13 companies participate in the comparison, and this is more or less representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. A little further we will study each indicator in more detail. If you want, you can pause it. You can consider all the corporation's indicators more carefully. Access to the table with the classification of tickers is absolutely free. So, friends, we are finally starting. Market capitalization of the company the Charles Schwab, SCHW, valued at $130.1 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $586 billion. Charles Schwab Corp accounts for a share of 22.186%. This is one of the leaders of the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $33.15 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $330 billion. Charles Schwab Corp accounts for a share of 10.047%. Comparing the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Occupied share Charles Schwab Corp in the subcategory when assessing the exchange value is 22.186%. The book value is 10.047%. This is 55% less than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The debt obligations of the organization under study amount to $43.092 billion. Financial liabilities to book value represent 130% of the company's equity. Score on the company's debts. Bad, -1 point. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 30.6. With a subcategory average of 18.8, this is 39% higher than the subcategory average. Estimation of the stock market value to its profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $4,367 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are tentatively expected to be $6,351 million. Which is 45.4% more than now. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison within the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 5.1. The average in the subcategory is 1.7, and this is 200% higher than the average in the subcategory. Assessment of the indicators of stock exchange value to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $25,610 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is expected to be $37,240 million. 45% more than currently. Assessment of projected future revenue indicators in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Good, 0.5 points. If you are interested in our analytics, then, in this case, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our analytics and click on the bell. For you, because it's free, you will greatly help spread the project GURU.Markets. The margin is 17.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 9.1%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 8%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of subcategory personnel is 10.027%. This is 121% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact reflects the imbalance of the company's exchange price Charles Schwab Corp, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital for each employee of the company is $3,942,000. And in the subcategory there are $1,782,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 121.2%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per company employee is $132.3 thousand. The average for the subcategory is $94.5 thousand. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 40%. Estimation of profit per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The sales volume for each employee of the organization is $776,000. In the subcategory $1,043,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 34%. Estimation of revenue per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Shares are short at 1.1%, with the subcategory average at 1.8%. This is a short squeeze risk indicator. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 47% for the company the Charles Schwab, SCHW. For the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 59%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued higher than those of the company the Charles Schwab, SCHW. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Charles Schwab Corp. And subcategory shares. We can see that over the last 12 months the stock Charles Schwab Corp. Showed a change of 29.1%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory 35.1%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but this fact must be taken into account. Before showing the total score, please kindly ask. Leave an assessment of the company's shares Charles Schwab Corp. In the comments to the video. We look through all the comments and try very hard to respond to almost every response in the comments. Your comments greatly help spread the channel. GURU.Markets. Result. -2 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.5 points. If you look broadly, within the stock market as a whole, we'll see, the average score for the stock market as a whole is 0.4 points. Against the company's score of -2 points Charles Schwab Corp. Let's go to the order table, which is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions with an information and reference evaluation system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the company's assessment Charles Schwab Corp. Information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets. A decision is made. Do not open a deal due to the fact that Charles Schwab Corp. is an overvalued company in the subcategory. Thank you all for watching this video and for using the information system from GURU.Markets. You are all the best audience.